Bernard Mondi of Clique Joint Ventures Kenya. I want to look at the impact of due diligence. When you're looking at joint venture, you have a partner that you want to do business together, you have done due diligence, and as a result of due diligence, there are certain things that may end up. Therefore, that's what we want to address, impact of due diligence. Now, when you do a due diligence on a business, you will end up that there are certain things that you may want to change, there are certain things that you may want to do, there are certain things that you may want to avoid. And so when you do due diligence, you are likely to end up with any of these 5 scenarios or multiple of these scenarios. Number 1, you may end up doing valuation of assets and also ownership. Once you scrutinize a balance sheet, you may come up with a list of assets. But these assets, you may realize that they are reflected at historical value. That is, the value, the price at which they were bought several years ago, less depreciation. So that may not be the actual value of those properties, and therefore you need to do valuation. You also may need to look at the value of the ownership. What is the value of that ownership? So this is one impact of due diligence. Number 2, when you do due diligence, you may realize that you need to do operational planning, right? You may need to replan the issues pertaining to the operation. You need to come up with planning for customers. You may need to come up with planning for marketing. Alright, you may need to come up with some plan that deals with market itself. You may need also to come up with planning to do with goodwill or people's perception. Okay? Especially where the perception is not very good. You may need to deal with it by coming up with a plan for it. Number 3, you need to look at changes to the business plan. The original business plan had no joint venture in place, and therefore by bringing in joint venture, now you need to interfere, change your business plan. The business plan should be reflect the timeline for your joint venture undertaking. It also needs to take care of the new products or the services that you bring into the market. When you do legal due diligence, you scrutinize those leases, you scrutinize purchase agreements, sale agreement, distribution channels. You may want to do contractual protection. You may want to come up with some agreements that offer contractual protection that will offer the new business against liability or claims as a result of the previous agreement. So you need to do contractual protection. Finally, of course this is not very positive, but when you do due diligence and you look at those aspects of finance, legal and operations, the venture may not be attractive, and therefore you may need to abandon the venture. Okay? So abandonment of venture. It may not be lucrative. You may realize the company is weak financially, there are no assets to back up any claim, or maybe there is a lot of liabilities as reflected in the financial statement, the cash flow is weak, the balance sheet is also light. There are a lot of pending legal contracts that have financial implications, and therefore you may want to stay away from it. So due diligence is very important. When you want to do a joint venture, ensure that you do your due diligence clearly, because it will guide you into a multiple several things that you need to do. You may need to do this, or this, or a combination of these, and while still you may need to abandon the venture. If you want us to be part of your joint venture so that we help you in due diligence or analyzing, help you in negotiations, drop us an email, give us a call, come to our office so that we see how we can work together. Thank you so much. Subscribe to our channel, like our video, and see you next time. Thank you so much.